Okay, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how I practice for the qualification flights that we do at this field. It's a gorgeous day, no winds, 68 degrees and clear skies. So I'm going to take off and show you what I do to teach students how to practice in order to become qualified. Again, I'm in experience mode and in low rates, and I'm going to set the throttle to 70% and 70-80% and take off. Okay, as soon as I get about 50 feet in the air, I'm going to pull the throttle back to about 50% and maintain level flight.
Time remaining.
With experience mode, you still don't need to fly maybe more than 45 degrees of bank to do a good turn. So I'm going to turn here, pull the throttle to idle, and we're going to do a touch and go. Okay, it turned a little bit on me. I didn't correct it soon enough, so I'm going to do that one again. So I'm going to pull the throttle back 50%. When I did the touch and go, I went to 100%, mostly because I had to move the camera right away and I didn't feel like trying to find exactly 80%. So we'll do this again, see if we can do a little bit better touch and go. So throttle to idle as I start my turn. Come in, getting lower to the ground, which is what I want. Keeping it nice and straight. Touching down, and there's about 80% throttle. And power back to 50. So we're going to do a touch and go in the other direction. So I'm going to fly over the runway here. My downwind leg will be to the north. And we'll do two touch and goes in this direction. Okay, throttle idle. Not everybody has the same abilities turning right versus left. I got to turn the aircraft. I use a bit of rudder as I move the throttle forward, just to keep it nice and straight. And we will start another turn. Come down to the other end of the runway, do a second touch and go in the opposite direction. I would do these with up to 5 to 8 miles an hour. If you get 10 miles an hour of headwind or tailwind, it becomes more difficult to land with the tailwind, but not impossible. Harder still is the crosswinds. Okay, going to straighten the airplane out before I land and start up again. Okay, that's two touch and goes in both directions. And so now I'm just going to do some additional practice here, some figure eights. Okay, sorry, got off the camera a little bit. I was flying a bit fast there. I'm going to put the throttle back up to 50, and I'll just do some figure eights down here at this end. 60 degrees of bank. I'm going to add a touch of power, okay, so I don't lose any altitude during this. And this is experience mode, so you got to be careful that you don't roll out in the wrong direction. But with the experience mode, you can do very tight figure eights. That's almost an 80-degree bank turn. I'm losing a bit of altitude with these. That's a nice tight turn. Okay. There's a 90-degree bank turn if I ever saw one. And so I'm going to fly down at this end of the field, keeping it as level as I can, even though I know the throttle is up a little high. I'm going to prevent it from climbing and pull the throttle back. Now we don't require any other maneuvers other than turns and landings in both directions. But if you want to impress somebody, you can do a roll or a loop. Since I'm this close to the ground, I'm not going to re-aim the camera to do a high altitude maneuver. So I'm just going to practice another touch and go here. Throttle's idle. And we'll come in for a landing. Try to land right in front of the camera here. Okay, throttle's up. Back to 50%. And I'll just try another one from the other direction here. So I'm going to turn downwind. And I can hear my beeper saying I've probably got not much time left. That's my 10-second countdown. All right, so I'll wait till the countdown is finished, go around again.
Time expired.
Time expired. So here we go. Throttle is idle. This will be the full stop landing. And that's how you land the aircraft. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.